uproar of the silversmiths. Scene: the great city of Ephesus. The air was thick with incense and the sound of trade. Towering above the harbor, the colossal temple of Artemis drew pilgrims from across the known world, their hands clutching tiny silver idols. This was a city built on devotion and commerce. A new voice. Then came a man named Paul. For 2 years he preached the gospel with an astonishing authority, first in the synagogues and then daily in the hall of Tyrannus. He spoke not of gods made by human hands, but of one invisible, all-powerful God. The power of his faith was not just in words. Diseases vanished, and evil spirits fled at the touch of handkerchiefs Paul had merely worn. The news spread like wildfire. The old ways were fading. The conflict ignites. In the workshops near the temple, the silversmiths grew nervous. Their trade was in miniature silver shrines of the great goddess Artemis. As faith in Christ grew, the demand for their idols plummeted. "Men, you know we make a good living from this craft," Demetrius, the master silversmith, told his workers. "But this Paul says gods made by hands are no gods at all. Not only is our craft dishonored, but the great goddess Artemis herself is in danger of losing her magnificence." Demetrius's angry words ignited the fear and frustration of the craftsmen. They poured into the streets, shouting until their throats were raw, dragging Paul's companions, Gaius and Aristarchus, with them toward the vast open-air theater. The roar of 1,000 voices. The theater, which could hold 20,000 people, was soon packed. A single deafening chant echoed off the stone tiers. "Great is Artemis of the Ephesians! Great is Artemis of the Ephesians!" Paul, hearing the terrible news, was determined to go in and face the mob. But the disciples desperately held him back. Even some of the city officials, who respected Paul, pleaded with him to stay safe. For 2 hours, the noise continued, a tide of religious and economic fury. Finally, the town clerk, a wise and respected official, stepped forward to address the sea of angry faces. "Law and faith. Men of Ephesus," the clerk called out, his voice steady. "The whole world knows that Ephesus is the guardian of the great goddess. No one is denying that. But you have brought these men here who have committed no crime against our goddess or her temple. If Demetrius and his craftsmen have a grievance, let them file a proper charge in the courts. If we do not stop this now, we risk being charged with rioting." The town clerk's cool, logical words slowly began to pierce the fever pitch. The crowd, realizing the legal jeopardy, began to disperse, melting away from the grand theater, the uproar settling into murmurs. Paul soon gathered the disciples, including Lydia, to encourage them one last time. His work was finished in Ephesus. He departed, leaving behind a church forged in fire, a testament to the power of a gospel that would never be silenced.